What's up guys, welcome back for another YugioPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, two Pendulum decks versus each other. One super overpowered being Pendulum Magicians. Master Rule 4 by the way, having access to Electrumite as you see here, and good old Astrographs. I mean, if you look at the list, so many banned cards. Astrograph, Sorcerer, Joker, Sky, well, crazy deck. Second list, Qliphort, right? I mean, this is basically Qliphort Towers Turbo, as you know. Of course, a very strong list, also has access to Wavering Eyes, but quite of an iffy one, right? Which deck has the advantage? Well, I feel it should be pretty clear, as we have seen here from like the votes in the previous video, is that by an astonishing amount that people prefer or see that Pendulum Magicians should have the advantage over something like Qliphort Tower. So interesting one, but I mean, the match still needs to be played, right? So let's go for it. This is the first game, right? And I believe Qliphorts should be open. No, okay, yeah, indeed, Qliphorts. But the thing here is that this particular Pendulum Magician list was running Ghost Ogre, and obviously Ghost Ogre is fantastic against the Qliphort Scout, right? So, well, now, I mean, Qliphort setting a monster, that's not that great. I'm not really sure if that can be like many targets or many options, but the tramplings, I mean, we see now it's definitely a tramplings, but I mean, Pendulums can now just OTK. There is nothing really I should fear, right? With Pendulum Magicians here, like hand traps, speaking for Qliphorts, that is, right? So, it still baffles me that Astrograph Sorcerer is still, well, not once per turn, so you can just keep dropping it off of Wavering Eyes, off of Electrumite, off of Venom, right? Yeah, that's banned for a good reason, but the fact that you can copy Electrumite and then get another pop on your Double Iris, I believe the name is, for another Searcher, Pendulum Graph, Spell and Trap just makes things so much more OP. So again, going second post side deck, that is, and the thing here is that, okay, like Qliphorts, or it was quite popular that Qliphort side decked in like Majesty's Fiend or Vanity's Fiend, and I was like, ooh, Vanity's Fiend. Well, how can I out that? But then I was like, well, wait, I have Joker, and I'm not really sure if I had the purple poison already in hand, but as we have seen in like previous duels, not really sure in last year's match, I believe as well, like purple poison is so fantastic against floodgates like Vanity's Emptiness, like Skill Drain. Very OP card, right? It can pop basically anything from your opponent that's face up. So yeah, again, no battle phase, but I can establish my board, just keep using or keep spamming those Astrograph Sorcerers, harmonizing as well, special summoning a free level 4 on my side of the field, eventually going for Decor Talker, good old school, you know, Absolute, I believe the name is, for Decor Talker, and end with like an okay field. It doesn't really seem too broken. Well, I think I have like every piece, the Vortex to negate something. I have the Time Star Magician, the Exceed, to give me multiple pops thanks to the Pendulum Graph Trap. I have a potential Search here thanks to the Pendulum Graph spell, plus an Astrograph Sorcerer drop in my hand. So yeah, do I need more? Probably not. So again, going second here, and still quite, well, it's Qliphort Towers Turbo, right? With the draw cards like the 7-star sword, the trade-ins as well, even though it's quite dangerous. And I'm speaking for trade-in here, is that Ash Blossom, right? I mean, Pendulums, this particular list is main necking, I believe, 2 or 3 Blossoms. And yeah, and a Blossom on like trade-in could be super devastating, seeing that this Pendulum build of Qliphorts, the Towers Turbo variant, is quite vulnerable. You know, like losing 2 cards in favor of your opponent's hand trap is quite devastating. So yeah, Vanity's Emptiness is cute, but I can again play around it with the Purple Poison Magician, getting rid of it. And now again, just, well, I can't go into the normal battle phase, no proc rules. YCS proc rules, but I can just go for Electrumite again, setting up those multiple Astrograph Sorcerers. More important, I guess, is to eventually search or, you know, trigger Double Iris to get another Pendulum Graph Trap search. Going for Venom as well, copy Electrumite, getting a free pop, there it is. Dropping another Astrograph Sorcerer. Oh, the card is so OP. There is Double Iris, I believe. Wisdom Eye, yeah. Going for the The level 6 one, get free stuff back from my extra deck. And now on the activation of Qliphort Scout, I can just, you know, getting rid of 2 options. I'm not going to wait, you know, there was always the potential Pendulum summon here. Again, the opponent is able to act first if I'm not chaining to the activation of Qliphort Scout, right? But yeah, long story short, again, a Vortex hits the field, another Electrumite hits the field for the potential draw, the potential Astrograph Sorcerer drop, the beneficial search. I mean, this is more than enough. Wavering Eyes as well. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is a clear one, right? Maybe we should have seen this one coming. There's one extra duel, by the way, after this one. A good one as well. A good one, definitely. But I believe it's pretty clear. Pendulum Magicians sitting at 9 points here in the group. And the next matchup will be very important. Deck list will be shown later. So an extra duel here, again, going second. This opening hand is okay. Like, the Joker just searches basically any, like, preferably Wisdom Eye, I guess. Wisdom Eye, I guess, because of the double harmonizing being the rank 8 skill. There is Wavering Eyes, which could be, you know, like Pendulum mirror matches. That's very important, especially if you know that your opponent is making Wavering Eyes as well. Here, I'm not using Wavering Eyes. There is no need to, because of the Astrograph Sorcerer. I can just, again, replenish. And there is indeed Wavering Eyes, and that's why, you know, you keep your Wavering Eyes in the mirror match. And here, you know, like, Wavering Eyes has more effects. You can search something from the deck, but as soon as you, I believe, like, pop 3 Pendulum cards, you can banish a card on the field. And if you pop 4 cards with Wavering Eyes, so 2 scales from your opponent and 2 scales on your side of the field, you can search out another copy of Wavering Eyes. Like, that's really broken in Pendulum mirror matches, right? Like, super devastating that is. I still think that I have my battle phase, right? Then this should be more than enough. Yeah, Omega just clearing up space so I can eventually, yeah, the Venom has already hit the field. Potentially should be going for Vortex as well. Yeah, okay, battle phase, but had the Pendulum Craft Trap ready as well, just in case. But I mean, you know, it's Qliphort, it's a Tower Turbo variant, so they don't really play like Battle Fader or whatever. So yeah, I think we have a well-deserved winner here with Pendulum Magicians taking up the 3 points, sitting at pretty much 9 points, right? The next matchup is going to be a very sweet one. Both decks sitting at about the same amount of points. So next matchup is going to, you know, like, decide which deck of those two will move on to, like, yeah, the top 16 playoffs. So the first list you see here is, of course, the Grass looks greener. Grass dot deck, totally awesome dot deck. Pelios, very strong list, by the way. This should be Joshua Schmidt's list, right? The 60 card list, I believe, from YCS Prague. A very strong list, right? The second list, you have Super Rejuvenation Dragon Rulers. Man, the crazy power of both these decks. So, like, always feel free to leave, you know, like, a suggestion or which deck is going to win this one. The straw poll, pinned comments, and like always, just feel free to leave a comment down below. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.